if we're going this route, we're headed in the UFC direction. That's where this is going. That's what this is. I mean, I I'll say it this way. I was skeptical about the slams. I've said it before and I'll say it again, and I'll be very honest about where the skepticism came from. We hadn't seen it before yet. And a
Yeah.
lot of other people were skeptical. But once it got there, and then I gotta say it, what MJ was trying to tell us, what let me rephrase that. What Commissioner Johnson was trying to get through to the community is that we have been missing out on competition in the sport. And we started to convince ourselves that the sport in its current state or in its past state, I'm going to say past because I think we're in a new world now. In
Hmm.
its past state was all it could ever be. You know what I mean? Like that, and let's clarify. Miramar showed you what it was. Grand Slam track showed you what it could be. And I'm not trying to pick on the meat. I'm trying to say that, okay, I covered the high school stuff. The high school kids run hard all the time.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Week
They
in, week out.
race,
Yep.
they compete. Quincy Wilson, whatever you want to say about him, that man, I'm going to tell you the races he raced. Like the ones off head, Virginia Showcase, USA Indoor, New Balance Indoor
Indoor Grand
Grand
Prix.
Prix. Yeah, he was up
Milrose
there.
games.
Milrose Games, he was there. New Balance High School, national, like New Balance Indoor Nationals, Florida Relays. I just named 6 times already that this high
Hmm.
school boy, that's what he is. He's a high school boy, has gone out and competed hard in a
Yep.
400, a 500, a 400,
4x4s. Yeah. Everything.
oh yeah, he's running 4x4 on top of that. And so
Yeah.
now
Like,
you got to understand the track community is a lot of people. And those same people don't lock in for pro. And you got to understand why. So when we say Americans don't care about track, that's not true. The thing is, we haven't given them a product worth paying attention to because, when people are going out there for glorified practices and unashamed to say it in interviews,
hmm.
then
Literally.
why do you want my money and to pay for a product that's not a viable product? Like, I think, there's more I could say, but I think that's kind of like what Grand Slam showed us is like, we all are so focused on times. We're so focused on because like there's a trade off to get those times. The trade off is I got to go in the lab. I got to stay in that lab for months and months and months. Layer on all these
Hmm.
training. I've got to you know move around my mesocycles or whatever in order to kind of like put me in a position where at this moment on the calendar I can give you this explosion. If anything goes wrong, it can I'm not trying to waste time and like be long winded. It's just like that was what we were doing for so long. And we would even tell people this is the only moment that matters. And now I'm just sort of like, you know what? Bump all that. I want to see people race. And if you win, you the guy. And you're not the guy if you can't win.
Yeah.
Like we can go compare clocks all we want. Step to the line and let's see it. And now we have a stage that's priming itself to be the place where, okay, fine, then you want a title, come get it. And we
Exactly.
shouldn't have to
Exactly.
wait till August.
Exactly. Completely agree. Completely agree. Like, completely agree. That's why I appreciate someone like Kenny B showing up, winning a 100 and a 200 at the top of April. And he's like, yo, I'm the Grand Slam champion. I appreciate Gabby Thomas showing up and being like, yo, I'm the 400. I know I'm going up against literally the Olympic gold medalist in the 400, the Olympic silver medalist in the 400, but doesn't matter. I want to make sure that I'm earning not only this money, but this title. There's bragging rights here. Or that's what we should get to a point where that's like, big bragging rights.
I don't just from what you just said, do you think the community even knows how big a deal it is that she won the long sprint?
I don't know. That it is crazy, right? She beat the Olympic champion in the 400 meters, someone who was undefeated for the past year. Like, Marileidy Paulino did not lose a single 400-meter race, like ever last year. And Gabby Thomas just beat her. Yes, she finished second in Nasser, who's like on another level. But
Right
I
now,
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
But like, you're right. I don't know if people realize how crazy
And
that is.
because see, the thing is, it's not just that she beat her. Some people want to see the fast times. She did give a fast time.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's the point. Like, ain't none of them girls in college run that fast right now. And the
No,
college girls love to run fast.
No.
So what I'm saying is like, and again, it's not going to happen all the time. It's going to be a lot of different factors as to why times will go whatever they go. But I'm just saying, like, if you wanted fast clocks, those were there too. And I'm gonna say this for the community in the back. I used to be a cross country coach. I know it's crazy because I was a sprinter in college, but I used to be a cross country coach, so I know something about distance. And let me tell you, that 1500, I was locked in.
Mm.
I was locked in. I gotta
On
just hey
the men's side or the women's
on the
side? Both of them?
no shade to the women, but on the men's
Oh,
side,
yes.
no
That was
no
a good one.
shade. No, I didn't mean it that way. I'm just saying the
Yeah.
men's 1500, I was locked in, and this is what I'll say because it's the best example I can come up with for like what this version, and that's the only way I can describe it, this version of Grand Slam track is, where you give us the podium, you give us Marco Arop, you give us, Emmanuel Wanyonyi. When I say the podium, I mean the 1500 podium from the games. So you give us like these heavy hitters between the 8 and the 15,
Yep.
where, because see, when you ask how people feel about the field, I'm gonna be honest, it's a very biased conversation because the track community isn't a community, it's a bunch of separate ones. The
Hmm.
distance community, they was eating good.
Yeah.
It's only the sprinters who, like the people from that side, who even the hurdles on the women's side. What more do you really want?
Yeah. It was literally
Like,
everybody,
what more
essentially
do
everybody.
you really want? It's just certain communities. Again, the sprints community is the loudest of like, we don't really know yet how we feel about this situation. So as far as like who's on the line, and to see them, okay, first they battle it out. Wanyoni gets the victory. He wasn't supposed to get the victory. I'm in shock because I'm like, yo, he wasn't supposed. This was never supposed to happen. Like,
Yep.
man, I can't make that video because my community they care about sprint more than anything else. So they're just gonna be like, whatever. But like, there's a community that loves this stuff, and it's like, yo, this is crazy. And then Josh Kerr gets bodied to keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Like on the eight,
Yeah.
like that did not go well, even in the slightest. But
Nope.
I saw his interview. Or at least he did several, but I saw one of his interviews. It might have been
Hmm.
a Sidious interview where he was just like, "Hey, like he owned it. He's like, hey, training's been off, things have been off, but like, hey, there's no excuse. I tried to get ready, tried to run hard. I did do that, but I wasn't ready. He's like, but now I know what I'm up against,
Yep.
and I'm gonna come back. And see, that was what I was like. I'm gonna be tuning in. Well, first of all, I'm gonna be there in Miami, but we get the point. Like, I'm going to be paying attention when he's on the track. That's what I'm trying to say. Because like I want to see how this is gonna play.
Yeah.
We know what he's capable of. I mean, like Prefontaine last year, like
It's crazy. I mean, like you said, he's an Olympic medalist. Like he's a world champion he's actually the reigning world champion in the 15. And now I think that highlights exactly what's good about Grand Slam. It's like, oh, one of the top guys just got cooked in their primary event, and they're saying, oh, okay, now I'm coming. I know I'm gonna do better next time. Why wouldn't you tune in? You are invested and you're locked in. So yeah, I completely agree there.
I mean, like yeah, I think we've seen like I call it the magic of the slams because it was something where if you actually like the sport, which a lot of people think they do, but they don't. They really just want to watch the 100 or something. But if you actually like track, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. It felt like this is the first time I can now envision a track event that is, it felt like a sporting event for the
Yeah.
first time rather than something else. Because track meets are in the something else column. That's how they've been run for a long time. And now it's like I could imagine, you can go out for an evening, put this activity on your calendar, go enjoy it, and then go do something else with your life.
Literally. Exactly. Exactly. It felt like an actual event. It felt still some work to do in terms of building towards like real stakes.
Yeah.
Like, we know whether it's like Olympic trials, all right, there's stakes. You got to make this team. Or Olympic Games, you got to get on the podium. We're maybe building towards that, world champs, whatever. But it's definitely different than, and yes, we all due respect, Miramar just happened to occur on the same weekend, and we saw a very clear contrast. It's like this is not, the standard
It was
meet.
a glorified practice
Yeah,
with pro uniforms on.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
all that was. And I don't mean to be throw shade at the athletes. It's just that the reason why that was hmm, I know without getting into, stuff we probably don't need to get into in this forum,
Hmm.
like, like insider info. In short, what we know is that like the trade-off for so long has been It's all about worlds. Newsflash. Nobody cares. And by nobody, I don't mean the track community cares. The problem is the casual track community could care less about World. Didn't even know what's happening. Don't know when it is on the calendar. Won't be watching when it happens. They may or may not click on a race, maybe, and fast forward just to the little part of the footage they want to see.
Mm-hmm.
At best, there's some people who won't even know it happened. They think track went away. Like they really think track went away. Like from the Olympics till the now the next games come. Like in their minds, they didn't even know to look for anything else. But GST should be able to change that at the rate we're going. They're gonna bump
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
My name is Anderson from The Final Leg.
And I'm Coach Rob from SCA Track and Field. And thank you for watching this segment from The Finish Line.
If you want to know what's really going on at the high school and college level, be sure to subscribe to Coach Rob Track and Field.
And if you want more content on the best track and field athletes in the world, be sure to subscribe to The Final Leg.